The woman aimed her glasses at a pile of banknotes in the sun. Under the focused effect of the lenses, the bills quickly began to catch fire. However, the woman worried that the fire wasn't big enough, so she added more notes and blew on it forcefully. She was burning the value of a car, but as she looked at the flames kindled by the bills, she felt no pain. Instead, she jumped with joy. She lay close to the fire and soon sat up again. Next, she found a can and turned it into a water container by adding a stone, carefully placing it over the fire and pouring water in. The fire quickly brought the water to a boil. She used more money to fuel the fire and boiled a cup of water. But water isn't enough to survive in the wild, and the hungry woman planned to find something to eat. Then she pulled out a long piece of dental floss and tied it to a wooden stick. She then wrapped an earring around the other end of the line, quickly creating a makeshift fishing rod. But she hadn't thought about what she would catch. Still, she was confident. Miraculously, a clueless fish took the bait. The woman pulled up, but the line snapped. She cursed angrily, threw the rod away, and went back to the shore. Unable to find anything to eat in the lake, she returned to the forest. Suddenly, she seemed to spot something. She ran among the tree branches, picked small blue berries, and placed them in bottles, sorting them by color. Not knowing if they were poisonous, she had to be cautious about what she ate, as the consequences could be worse than hunger. First, she picked the fruit on the left and placed it in her mouth. To her surprise, it tasted very bitter, forcing her to spit it out and rinse her mouth with water. Soon after, she picked the red fruit in the center and placed it in her mouth. After chewing it, the sweetness instantly filled her mouth. She could hardly wait to gather all of them and stuff them in her mouth. After eating and drinking her fill, it was already dark, and she lay down near the campfire to rest. However, her joy didn't last long, as a sharp pain in her stomach made her vomit everything she had eaten that day. The next day, having learned her lesson, she had a sudden idea of how to find food. So she dug up bear droppings and examined the seeds of the fruits inside. She compared them. Since the bear could eat them, it meant they were safe for her too. As expected, she felt no discomfort after eating them. The woman then headed to the mountains and gathered several large bottles, filling them with food for the rest of her journey. The next morning, she packed her things and decided to start her journey to find her way home. Each time she walked, she marked her path on a tree. After walking for a long time, she suddenly realized something and turned around to see a footprint on the ground.